Hey, how's it going? John from Branson Cerakote and Laser here. Gonna do a quick video today. I don't really want to call it a response video, but maybe a clarification video. I watched a couple of videos lately on YouTube that talk about kind of at-home Cerakote and how to do it on the dime and shortcuts and things like that. And I just want to kind of address one specific thing that I've seen in those two videos and a couple of others. Before I get into that, I just want to say I have zero problem with people doing their own stuff. I talk to DIYers several times a week on the telephone and help them out with problems that they're having or give direction on where somebody needs to go. So this is not a video of, I don't want them taking my business. We have more than enough business to deal with. I'm not looking to put somebody down who's doing their own thing. In the end, we're all gun people. We want our firearms to last and we want them to look the best that they possibly can. And that's why it kind of leads me into this, because I don't want people doing, what they're seeing in these videos and making a mistake. So the problem I saw in these videos was the sandblasting or preparation step. In one video, the guy used sandpaper to just scuff the surface, and then the other used a Scotch-Brite pad. If you use either of those methods or anything else other than sandblasting, you're gonna have adhesion issues. There's two purposes to sandblasting. One, you're removing whatever coating is already there, except anodizing, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And then the second part of it is you're actually etching that surface so that the Cerakote, when it levels, has something to bond to, so that you get that nice strong bond between the surface and the Cerakote. If you just scratch it up with a Scotch-Brite pad or sandpaper or something like that, you're not etching the surface, you're just scratching it, and it's eventually gonna just rub through and rub off. That's also the reason why Cerakote has just basically two specific blast medias that you can use, either the 120 AO or the 100 grit red garnet, because those two blast medias are going to give you that specific profile that this stuff needs to adhere properly. Normally what I recommend when I get DIYers that call me is to go to Harbor Freight and buy a $100 sandblast cabinet and a small bag of the abrasive and just do it that way. If you're going to do this process, it's going to last a lot longer. You're going to be much happier with it if it's done correctly. In both the videos I watched, they kind of came back later and showed how it had worn, and I just kind of cringe when I see that, because I know that's what the cause of that is, the surface not being properly prepared. Ultimately, Cerakote's a great product. It's not exactly user-friendly, but once you have the techniques down, it works great. However, there are some specific steps in the process that you kind of got to stay in your lane. Probably the biggest problem I see with people doing their own thing or things that we get into shop to fix because it's not done correctly is from the surface not being prepared properly. Mentioned earlier, anodizing is the only thing that you don't need to take down to a bare surface. Anything else like bluing or paint or anything else you have on there has to come off. The Cerakote has to bond to the surface, not to whatever's already on there, because if that substrate fails, then you're going to lose your Cerakote. Anodizing, for whatever reason, Cerakote has figured out that it will bond with that, and then you don't have that issue. When it comes to anodizing, all you're going to want to do is just kind of wave the sandblast nozzle over it back and forth at about a medium pressure, and when it starts to get gray, you're good to go. Stop there, go ahead and coat. If with anodizing you kind of go a little too slow and you get an area that goes down to bare metal, you need to take it all off, because the Cerakote will not fill that area in, and you're going to have like a weird low spot in your coating. So again, not trying to start a fight with anybody, not trying to say, hey, your stuff isn't done right. Just putting the information out there, because I'm like everybody else. I'll go watch a video and go, oh, that's how you do it, and away you go. And by not sandblasting, you can really run into issues. If you've had any experiences different than what I'm talking about, or with the other way and it held great, or it failed, or you've got a different way of prepping, throw a comment down below and let's have a discussion about it. So that's it. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Check us out at BransonCerakote.com for all your laser, stencil, and Cerakote needs. Have a great day.